Guys. Oh, this game looks so good, man. I had so much fun playing this thing. Dude, Resident Evil 2 meant so much to me and I enjoyed it. I put a video up a couple weeks ago, I don't remember, about how important that game was and how excited I am to play that game with my stepdad. And then the demo drops for this. Dude, it's so good. Okay, I had a couple issues with it, but they're all really minor. Namely, right, I'd never played this game before, and when I saw the box art for it, I was texting my buddy like, dude, what's with Resident Evil Brazil? Who's the character? Who are these people? And then he told me, no, that's Jill. And I said, oh, okay. She looks, all right. Well, she looks a lot different. I had some issues with the audio, okay? There's a place called the Moon Donut, or the Moon Donut Diner, or something like that. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out where the fucking audio source was coming from. There's this booth, and it's got a couple zombies dead on it. And then there's an audio source there. And it sounds like a radio or a jukebox. So I'm going through the diner, and I'm not finding it. And the audio source is like above that booth. But there's no speaker system. There's no radio on the table. There's no jukebox anywhere. So that one was a little weird. But other than that, the audio is great. The directional audio is great. I could actually tell up and down as opposed to RE2 where I had a lot of trouble differentiating between up and down. In Dolby Atmos, it has verticality. And the mix in this one was better to my virgin ears. The graphics of this just look amazing, right? It's the same engine as RE2. Honestly, I couldn't tell if there were any refinements to it. It looked just as good as it did in RE2. I couldn't tell if there were any new updates to the lighting or the character models or the zombies. Again, one of the zombies I could have sworn was basically copy-pasted from RE2. I could have sworn it was. All the item graphics and stuff looked identical, so I don't know if there's been any updates to the engine. You have to imagine there are, but I just didn't see any. I was already running everything on Ultra, and this game runs on Ultra, and it looks basically the same to me. Anyway, dude, you play as Jill. You go through Raccoon City, and you're out in the streets, right? You're not in the police department. It's like crowded and claustrophobic. You're killing the civilians. Well, one of the things I noticed is you don't have durability on the knife, so I was like, oh, okay, here we go. I'll just poke these bitches. But you don't deal very much damage with the knife, and they can grab you, and then there's a new mechanic where you gotta left click it, and I guess the faster you left click, the less damage that you take, but there's still a minimum, right? You take bite damage because they grabbed you, and then you push them off. Also notice there's like, not really a combo, but you can press S or down on whatever controller you're using. If you press back and then knife attack, you'll like take a step forward, slash, and then take a step back. I tried it moving left and right and up, and there was no like lunging attack with that, but she would like sidestep back. She also has that dodge move. You can move in a direction and then press the space bar, and you'll like do a little tumble out of the way. So you have some maneuverability and ways to get out of the zombies as opposed to just sort of sprinting when they would do the lunge at you, which is pretty cool. You had a handgun, there was an attachment, there was a shotgun. The inventory is basically identical to RE2. I think it even has the same sound effects. The map system is the same as RE2, which I'm not complaining about. I liked the map in RE2. I like the interface for that. I like the map in RE3, and I like the interface for it, combining the inventory. Everything felt basically identical. I think it's slightly changed, like positions in the UI, but it's not that big of a deal. You got a handgun, you got a red dot sight, you got a shotgun, and basically you go through like a couple buildings, some hallways. There's one of the new things is there's environmental hazards, I guess. There's red barrels, which, you know, you shoot those and they all explode. So you kind of kite the zombies, group them up around a red barrel, pop it with the handgun, and then the barrel just explodes and takes out all the zombies in one hit. This is good fun. It's good fun. And it's good ammo conservation right there. There's also like a generator that I found, and when it glows green, you can pop it, and it'll shock all of the zombies. Now, it never shocked me, so I don't know if I'm just insulated from it, but I don't know. I was fine. But you could pop it, and it would shock them, and it even worked on the, you know, the big bad boss. Spoilers alert. There's the Nemesis guy here, and he's quite different than Mr. X. So the first time I fought Nemesis, I thought he was just like Mr. X, right? I thought, okay, all right, I can just kite you around this terrace. I can just kite you around this garden here, and you'll like slowly walk around everywhere. But this fucking dude has like a tentacle hentai attack, and he can knock you on the ground, and then you have to mash shift and a direction key to like roll up. And then he can also do like a Superman jump slide to cut you off, right? So at one point, because again, I thought it was Mr. X, so I'm like, okay, let me just lead you around this side of the terrace, and then I'll take off towards the objective, and then later, bitch. And then he fucking cut me off, and I had to go run the entire other direction. Now you can shoot him, and eventually he'll go down and like sort of stagger. Obviously you can't kill him. I mean, maybe later in the game you probably kill him, but right now you can't kill him. There were some jump scares. I got jump scared. There was some funneling that was going on, and in the sense of some of the doors, well, a door in particular that you could open, once you hit a certain point, it would lock, and a zombie would like be pounding on the door, and you couldn't go that direction anymore. That's just to funnel you to trigger the Nemesis encounter, but kind of that whole area is open. And the second time I played the demo, I actually went a completely different way, and I found some new zones that I had completely missed the first time through. I didn't fully utilize like the bolt. I didn't fully utilize the bolt cutters and open up all the zones. I wasn't able to get all the items. There's 20 in RE2. You have that Mr. Raccoon. You have the equivalent of that in the demo, and I only found 5 of them. I didn't find all of the little bobbleheads. Oh, that's right. Now I'm looking at the map. One of the areas on the map had a red, like, so if it's blue, you found all the items and you can keep going. If it's red, there's an item still there, right? Now, in the street, the southern part of the street, like the main street, it's marked as red, and for the life of me, I couldn't fucking find an item there. So someone tell me what I missed. I just couldn't find anything there. But you get bolt cutters. There's like 3 doors you can open, some chain link fences that you can open with those bolt cutters, and some side areas that you can explore for more items and hand grenades and stuff. Also, when Nemesis shows up, he like infects these zombies with these glowing eyeball head things, and you can shoot them and they die. Maybe I should have let him grab me or something, but it didn't seem like they exploded. It just seemed like, okay, here's the new weak spot, which is the head, which has always been the head. But the Nemesis guy totally changes up the game. I really like Mr. X. I enjoyed Mr. X. It didn't break the pacing that much. It added a lot of tension. Hearing those footsteps was very intimidating, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, Nemesis is that, but upgraded, right? He's got a little more mobility. He's got ranged moves. He's faster. This fucker can run, yo. He can run faster than you, and if he punches you, you get knocked on the ground, and then he can like fucking curb stomp you and murk you, okay? I got comboed by this dude, and I got killed. I'm just looking forward to this. I don't really know what else to say. I played the demo probably 3 or 4 times now. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I knew I was going to, and I'm glad that the demo confirmed that, right? Oh, there's also like a safe puzzle. It's basically like RE2. You got a safe, and you got to turn the dial in a certain way, and you can search through the map, and you can find the dial, or you can find the instructions for it, and you can open it. You can combine herbs. You can combine gunpowder. One thing I didn't do was get grabbed with the grenade equipped, so that I'm not sure of. I'm not sure of how the defensive items work. I just had the knife equipped. It's got to handle a little differently because I had the knife equipped, and I would get grabbed, and instead of like jabbing it in them and pushing them off, she holds onto it. So the way the defensive items at least the knife is being utilized is slightly different. And again, I didn't think to test, okay, let me equip a hand grenade and see if I shove it in the dude's mouth and then push him off. But yeah, man. It's like 4 or 5 gigs. Just download it. Just download it. What are you doing? Just go download it. It's on Steam. It's on Xbox. It's on PS4. It's free. Just go download it and play it. It's fun. You'll have a fun time. You'll be scared. There's some jump scares, but it's just good. It's just good, clean, family, fun in the quarantine. Go.